Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Prapti and today we'll make these cute crochet earmuffs. Check out my Etsy store Soft Stitches Studios. So let's get started. For this project you will need some fluffy yarn. I'm using the Bernette blanket yarn, but you can use any type of origami yarn. You will need a 6mm crochet hook. Just make sure it'll focus. There we go. You will need a old headband. Make sure it is the broader kind and not the thinner one, because this will be looking out of place with your earmuffs. Just get a old headband that's kind of broad and thick. You will need a darning needle and a stitch marker. Okay, so now we're going to be starting our first row. And the first thing we'll do is make a magic ring. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be making a fake magic ring. So I'll just show you how. Just make a slip knot. Whoops. Put it on your hook and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're just going to be going into our first chain, and it'll be kind of hard to see, but your hook will go through. Then pull up a loop and then pull through the first loop. So you should have one loop on your hook. Now for our first row, we're going to be crocheting 6 single crochets into the magic ring. So chain 1 and put 6 single crochets. So just put your hook through, pull up a loop, then pull through both of the loops. And you should mark your first stitch. So grab your stitch marker, just put it through. And now go through your magic ring, pull up a loop, and then pull through both loops. Pull up a loop, pull through both loops. We have 3 so far, so just do 3 more. Pull up a loop, pull through both loops, pull up a loop, pull through both loops, and pull up a loop, then pull through both loops, and you're done. Now just count and make sure you have 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we have 6. And now to start your next row, we're going to be slip stitching into this stitch right here. So the chain 1 we made previously. Right here, just going to put your hook through and then pull up a loop. And now we're going to pull through that first loop and then chain 1. And your row is over. And now we're going to be putting 2 single crochets in each stitch. So you will have 12 in total. So remove your stitch marker and then go through the first stitch in your single crochet you did previously, pull up a loop and pull through both loops. And make sure to mark your stitch. And now just do another one in the same spot. So just go through, pull up a loop, and pull through both loops. Now we're going to do that all the way around. So go in your stitch, pull up a loop, and pull through both loops. And do it in the same spot, so that will be an increase. Pull up a loop, pull through. Now just going to be doing that all around. So pull through, same spot, and increase. Then do another one, then increase, do another one, then increase, do another one, then increase, and do a yeah, I think we did it actually. So let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we have the right amount of stitches. So for a good beginner friendly tip, make sure you count the number of stitches in your rows. So you have to do 12 for this row, so make sure you have 12 stitches. This is so you don't lose count and go off by one. And it's pretty helpful. Okay, now we're going to be starting our third row. And for row 3, we're just going to do one single crochet, the next stitch, and then increasing. So first we should end row 2. And to do that, we're just going to slip stitch into this chain 1 right here. So slip stitch, then chain 1. Now we can start row 3. So remove your stitch marker, then go through the first stitch, then pull up a loop, and then pull through both loops. Then make sure you mark that stitch. Okay, once you mark that, we're going to skip and make sure you don't do another one in the same spot. We're going to go to the next stitch right here and go through that, pull up a loop, and then pull through both loops. And for this one, we're going to be putting 2 single crochets. So just pull up a loop and then pull through both loops. Now just do 1 in the next stitch, so no increase, pull up a loop and then pull through both loops. Then we're going to be increasing, so do 2 in the next stitch. So do 1, then do 2 in the same spot. Now we're just going to repeat that all the way around. Do 1 in the next stitch, and then do 2 in the next. 1, then 2. Then we're going to do 1 in the next stitch, and then we're going to be doing 2 in the next. Now we're going to do 1 in the next stitch, and 2 in the next stitch. Do 1 in the next stitch, then you should be ending on a increase. 2 in the next stitch. Now make sure you count properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, we have 18. Make sure you have 18 and when you end row 3. Now what we're going to do is just go through that chain 1 space, and we're just going to slip stitch. So then pull up a loop and then pull through that loop, then chain 1. Now we will do our 4th row. Okay, so for row 4, we're just going to be doing a single crochet in every stitch. So once you've ended row 3, remove your stitch marker and go through that stitch. Then pull up a loop and pull through both loops. So we're just going to be single crocheting in every stitch. Make sure you mark the first stitch you make and then go through each stitch. So it's our first one, second, third, and you will have 18 stitches when you are finished. So you will not be increasing, just crochet like normal. make sure you're crocheting in every stitch. And now just count. So you should have 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Oh, whoops. I went through this stitch. I wasn't meant to go in it. We all make mistakes, so that's fine. Make sure you just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep. Now we have the correct number of stitches. We're just going to be slip stitching at the chain 1 you made previously. And slip stitch, then chain 1. And now we're going to be doing row 5, which is doing 2 single crochets and then increasing. So you're going to want to do 1 normal single crochet in the first stitch, then mark that stitch with the stitch marker, and then you're going to be going in the second stitch and doing a single crochet like normal, but in the third stitch you're going to be doing 2 single crochets. So that's our first one, then that's our second one. Now we're just going to do that again. So the first stitch, just do 1 normal single crochet. The second stitch, just do 1 normal single crochet, and in the third stitch you're going to do 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. Now repeat. So first stitch normal, second stitch normal, and third stitch increase. So 1, then 2. Then we'll do first stitch normal, second stitch normal, and third stitch normal. No, third stitch will be 2 stitches, so increase. Then first stitch normal, second normal, third stitch increase. First stitch normal, second stitch normal, third stitch increase, and you should be ending on an increase. So by this row you should have 24 stitches. So just make sure you have the correct number. So just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, we have 24 stitches. So now we're just going to slip stitch in the first chain you made. Slip stitch, pull up a loop, and then pull through. Then chain 1. And now we're going to be removing our stitch marker. And for the 5th row, we're going to be just stitching, single crocheting in every stitch. So just go through, pull up a loop, and chain 1. And we're going to be doing that for the rest of the stitches. So just single crochet in every stitch, just like normal. There will be no increases. Just single crochet, single crochet every stitch. Crochet, and this is our final row, so make sure you just single crochet properly. Okay, now we're going to be counting, so make sure you have 24. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yep, we have the correct number of stitches. So now to end off your rows and your project, just slip stitch in the chain, first chain you made when you started. So slip stitch and then chain 1. Now for sewing, just remove your stitch marker first, then you want to leave a long tail for sewing. So just like I have done previously for this piece, just gonna leave like a 6-inch, around 6 inches tail. Now just cut off here, so grab your scissors, then just cut, then pull your hook, then tighten, and you are done. So in total you will make 4 of these, but I have only crocheted 3, so I'll just make the 4th one, and I'll show you how to attach them together and then put them on the hairband. Okay, now we're gonna be sewing the 2 pieces together. So make sure you grab 2 pieces that are the same size almost, and one should have a longer tail and the other should have a short tail, and you will use the long tail to weave the sides together. So grab your darning needle and just thread it inside, and now grab this part, and we're just going to be sewing in the sides. So you're going to go through the second piece, go through, pull through the needle, go through that stitch, and then you're going to go on the other side, the other piece, and go through that stitch. Just pull through. Now go on your second part and go to the next stitch and then pull through that stitch. Like so, and then go through the second side and go through this stitch. And then keep doing that. So go through this stitch and go through the next stitch. On this side, go through this stitch. Whoops. And go through this stitch, go through the next stitch, and just keep doing that all around. And I will meet you when I'm almost finished sewing all the pieces together. Okay, so once you have finished sewing the sides, and make sure you have a little gap so we can put our stuffing. So grab your stuffing. I'm using polyfill, but you can use any, you can use a old pillow or anything that just has this polyfill. Now just separate the pieces together so everything's more fluffy, and just insert it into the earpiece. Just separate chunks. Just stuff it. Separate and stuff. Just keep doing that until you have the right amount of fluff. Just stuff it in. think I'll add more stuffing. I kind of want mine to be firm, and I recommend that for earmuffs, but you can just add it according to your liking. If you want it to be a little more softer, you can put less stuffing. Just a little more. Bunch it out. So I'm just gonna use a little more. You can never be too sure. And I am quite happy with that. Now just you know, break it up and then squish it into a flatter shape like so. And now you can start sewing these pieces together. So I'm just gonna grab my longer end and then just grab this piece and grab this stitch. Just put your tail in, and you want to place your headband right here. And it should be the size or width of your headband, and it should be fitting comfortably. So I'm just gonna do it another stitch so I have a more snug fit. There we go. And I'm happy with that. And this is your first earpiece. And make sure it is in like the middle of it, so the center, you should feel it in the center. And that is good. And it looks kind of chunky, but once you put it on your head, it will look way better. And it's still not finished yet, so all I'm gonna be doing now is just sewing these two pieces together, stuffing them, then fitting them on this side of the headband, and sewing these together, putting stuffing, and then I'll show you how to put the border and connect all the pieces together. Okay, so now you're gonna be joining all the pieces together. So grab your ear pieces and just put them at the ends of the hairband. But it should look something like this. And now we're just going to join them together. So we're doing this one at a time. So grab the first earpiece that you want to put, stick it in the headband, and now we're just going to be adding these together. So join the headband and this together. So first thing we're going to be doing is weaving in the ends. So what you kind of want to do is just first tighten it as much as you can. So I'm just going to be going through these two stitches right here. There we go. And there's still more room, so I'm just gonna go to these stitches. And then go in the next pair. So you want to make sure it is as tight as possible, so these pieces don't fall out. There we go. And I quite like that. It is kind of loose still, but this is as tight as it's gonna get. So just make sure you have the right height of the band in. Now we're just going to be putting the ends along the sides here. So just grab these side stitches and just put your excess ends and weave them in. That is that side done. Now we're gonna get the next side. So the back side is kind of harder to do, but you will get the hang of it. There we go. Fix the side, and then you have prepped it. Now it should be quite secure, like it won't fall too much. Just tighten it on the sides. Adjust the position so it's nice. And that is that side. Now we're going to be covering the hairband with the yarn. So grab your yarn and make a slip knot. So just make a slip knot. Here we go. Grab your hook. Then we're just going to be going in each wait, actually it'll be easier if we just do this by the darning needle. You can use the hook and get each stitch with the yarn, but that will take a little longer and it'll be more harder to do. So just get your darning needle, thread your needle, and then just place the yarn in each stitch. Just grab each stitch. There we go. And pull through. So you should have a smaller tail. And it is pretty secure. Now we can start covering. So grab the yarn that you just put, and then you're going to make a loop around your hook like this, and then bring your yarn to the back of the band like so, then bring it forward like this, and then pull through, and you should have a loop like this covering your band. Pull through, and then just chain one to secure, then pull tight, and then grab a stitch from the earmuff piece. It's kind of hard to do. Okay, so grab a stitch like this and then just slip stitch it. And so it's nice and secure. And now we're just going to continue wrapping it around. So just wrap around your band and then just pull through. Make sure it's nice and tight. It should be nice and tight. Then just wrap it around and just pull through. And just wrap around your hairband and then pull through. And it should start looking like this. Like the fuzzy yarn should be covering everything. So all the hairband should be covered and it should be nice and tight. Go. And now, once you have made it all the way here, you can meet me and we'll attach this piece to this. Okay, so now after covering the headband, you will get sort of this look. Like, it will look something like this, and it'll be nice and warm. And it should be fully opaque, but you can see some of the lines if you move it. But that's okay, no one will really do that, so it's fine. And now we are up to the last stitches, so I'm just gonna do that. Remove this for now. Now I'll just go behind, then forward, and then pull through. Behind, forward, pull through. Just do a few of those. Then push these so it looks more opaque, as you can see. And I think that is enough. Now we're just going to attach it, so just chain one. And grab your scissors and just cut a nice tail to weave in. There we go. Now grab your piece and just shove it. Now we're just going to attach it. So grab your needle. There we go, found my needle. And we're just going to be putting our long tail in all the stitches. So get a stitch, thread your needle, just pull through the stitch, and do that with the rest of the stitches. So grab this stitch and pull, then go under the last stitch you made on the headband and just pull that. And just whoops, oh no. That sometimes happens with this yarn, but it is okay. You just have to be kind of careful with it. And now pull through a stitch and then pull through that first loop that you made, and then pull through that loop and then pull through this corresponding stitch. Whoops. Cannot find it. Okay, here we go. Doesn't have to be the correct stitch, it could be any. Just make sure you are attaching the pieces. And now go through that loop and then go through the stitch. Pull as you go and then go through that loop and then pull through the stitch, thread your needle and pull through. I'm gonna cut this piece of thread, just the end. Okay, now that's gone. This yarn can get a little messy, as you can see, and just go through. There we go, nice and tight. And as you can see, it's attached to that loop. And now what we're gonna be doing is first adjusting the cushioning. Make sure if they're equal size, and I think they are equal. And you are almost done, just have to weave in the ends. And that's just easy. First I'm gonna double knot all the ends so they're nice and secure. Just double knot, then grab this side and just knot, just double knot them. This makes sure that they don't get undone. There we go, and do that with the other side. Just knot them. There we go. Once you have knotted all of them, just adjust it and make sure they're equal. Yeah. Okay, and now we're just going to put the short end and stick them into the band. So just grab one end, just stick it through the back side of the band, and there we go. That will just make sure it's secure. Then I'm gonna do the same for this side. And then just grab a end, just weave it upwards like so. Just pull. And just flatten it out a little bit. Okay, there we go. And now grab your other ends and just stick them inside the earmuff. So just put these inwards, just shove them in. Like that, and grab these two and then just shove them in. Just grab them. just shove it in and then cut off the excess. And then you are done. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed crocheting these earmuffs. I think they turned out pretty cute and they look so good for the winter. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Bye!